From KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Hey, good evening and welcome to Monroe City Middle School, the Dan Mudd Gymnasium, the opening round of the Monroe City Tournament, the 98th annual Monroe City Tournament. We'll leave all the disputes on everything until another day, but Mark Froenig, Maddie Ingram here, getting ready for ladies opening round action between the 6-seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and the 3-seed Highland Lady Cougars. They just had a men's opening round game where South Shelby defeated Highland pretty handily, 20-plus points in the end. So Highland fans looking for a little cheer up. Louisiana with looking for a little revenge after losing the Highland in the opening week of the season. We'll talk about this matchup when we start the pregame show for you next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to Monroe City. Mark Froenig, Maddie Ingram getting ready for the 6-seed Louisiana Lady Dogs taking on the 3-seed Highland Lady Cougars. And this was a pretty close matchup. Louisiana hung with Highland for most of the game in the opening week of the season, but that's their only loss so far. They're 1-1. Highland 2-0 on the season, but get a much better seed in this kind of season opening tournament here at Monroe City. And just away from the matchup, this is a lot like Montgomery County. The nicer of the two gyms is the middle school gym.
Yeah.
All the tradition is down the hall with the high school gym. But I prefer sitting over here.
I like
nice.
this gym.
Yeah, it's very nice. And not nearly as steep as Montgomery County. So
no, and so we're a little bit
winded.
closer to the action, and we're able to see everything. Should have a good one tonight, as we already mentioned. Louisiana, they fell to Highland just a little bit over a week ago, but it was a 5-point game.
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana had 48 points on the board, and Highland had 53, so they came out on top, but it was close the whole way through. But then, they come right back, and Louisiana was able to pick up a win over Van Far, 54-33. So in 2021, that was a big difference as they lost to Van Far, 65-53 early in the season. But they're off to a good start. We're 1-1. It wasn't until, I believe, the 8th game in last year that Louisiana even picked up a win. So they're off to a better start than they were in 2021.
They did a lot of growing last year and really came on as the season progressed. And I think this team actually has some depth to it now. You're not just relying on 5 players to go out there and do everything for you. So it's definitely a lot more rounded team for Coach Derek Brandstetter here in this 2022-23 season. Let's take a break, come back with our keys to the game for you after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Center Locker Service.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Tim Jenkins, Keolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Getting ready for Louisiana and Highland from the Monroe City Tournament. And our keys to the game for tonight, I think Louisiana has to go out with that same attack that they had a week and a half ago.
Yes, you've already played this team. You kind of know what they're going to do. Obviously, it is early in the season, so they're likely to change some things up, get some different players in there. But Louisiana is going to have to work just like they did a week ago. And today they're going to have to do those little things, limit those turnovers, and make those free throw shots. As they were so close last time, you were within 5 points. You can do it again today.
Yeah, and who knows? I don't have the free throw stats from that contest, but in a 5-point game, those are golden opportunities to get it even closer. So about a minute and a half to go before we tip this one off. Those are our keys to the game. We'll check starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starting lineups for this contest, first for the 1-1 Louisiana Lady Bulldogs, are being introduced on the floor right now, coached by Derek Brandstetter. They'll start a 5'6 junior, number 5, Ty Campbell. Number 10 gets to start, a 5'8 junior, Reagan Bowser. Number 15, a 5'5 sophomore, Jalea Reese, gets to start. Number 20, a 5'11 freshman, Reese Womack, and number 25, a 5'7 junior, Emily Powell, rounds out the starting five. And for Highland, their starters are number 11, a 5'7 senior, Ansley Bringer. Number 12, a 5'8 senior, Morgan Keith. A junior at 5'8, number 14, Allie Reed. 5'9 junior, number 22, Dallas Dare. And a 5'6 freshman, number 25, Addie Abel, gets the start. So again, for Highland, it's Bringer, Keith, Reed, Dare, and Abel. For Louisiana on the floor, it's Campbell, Bowser, Reese, Womack, and Powell. And it'll be Louisiana winning the opening tip as Reese Womack wins it back to Ty Campbell, and we're underway here. 7:55 to go in the opening corner. On the near side with it is Emily Powell. Powell has been the leading scorer the last couple of seasons for the Lady Dogs. Up through Jalea to the far side for Ty Campbell. Now for Powell on the far point. Chips it near side. Here's Womack. That's a three. It's good.
Nothing but net for Reese Womack. Good start to the game. So a three-pointer.
And she can step outside and shoot that shot. That's a nice luxury for the Lady Dogs. Over to the far side with it. In the corner is number 12, Morgan Keith. Now back up top for Bringer. Bringer, her shot's offline. Highland gets the rebound, kicks it to the corner. Bringer, lob pass in the middle of the lane. That shot off the glass for Dallas Dare is good. Makes it a 3-2 ball game. As Dare gets her first points of the night. 55 seconds gone here in the opening quarter. Here's Ty Campbell with it for Louisiana. To the near side for Jalea Reese. Reese to the high blocks, scoops it back to Womack, and that ball is stolen from her. And here comes Highland in transition with Addie Abel. Her shot wild off the glass, and Powell gets the rebound for the Lady Dogs. Long pass ahead. Is it long enough? To Bowser. Bowser adjusts, can't hit the shot, and the rebound goes to the far corner for Morgan Keith. Keith in a heap of trouble, gets it off to Ansley Bringer. Bringer in transition, gets a little tug from behind that time. And that's one of those fouls that Reagan Bowser likes to pick up.
Yes, and sometimes she'll get into foul trouble, have to sit on the bench for a little bit before they bring her back in, but that is her first foul of the day.
And another foul against Louisiana on the inbound is going to send Dallas Dare to the line. She'll shoot a pair. A pair for Dare with 6:32 to go. She hits the first one, she'll tie the game at 3. Interesting shoes for Dare. She hits the first. Makes it a 3-3 ball game. Those are not Highland colors.
They are not.
Pale green with some bedazzling on the back. She made them both, and Highland has their first lead.
So
4-3.
2 for 2 from free throw line is Dare.
To Ty Campbell. Back up top for Reese Womack, another three. That's a deep three, and it's good. She's 2 for 2 from that spot.
6 points on the night already for Reese Womack, and they've been nothing but net. Great shots.
Up and around to the near side for Ansley Bringer. Bringer, bounce pass to Dare, now to the far corner and back up top. Up and around. Skip pass to Keith. She's going to try a three. It's short. Bounces off 2 players into the backcourt. Where it's tracked down by Highland. Here's Bringer. Ansley to the far side with a pass for Abel, and she hits the tray.
She was really wide open there as Louisiana had went to try to defend that pass and moved away from her. She was able to sink the three.
Makes it 7-6 Highland with 5:38 to go here in the first quarter. Here's Ty Campbell back out to Reese Womack. Pass was offline a little bit. Had to track it all the way back to the center stripe. Skip pass to Campbell off her hand and out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to Highland with 5:27 to go in the first.
A little higher than Ty Campbell could reach and grab all at the same time.
Clock running down to 5:22 here in the opening quarter. 7-6. Highland leads. They have the ball. With it on the near side is Abel. Addie Abel has it again in the corner. Passes out for Allie Reed. Reed through Keith to the far side for Bringer. They work it inside. Hitting the side of the backboard is Dare. Got her own rebound, and she's got 6 points.
Good defense by Reese Womack, and really not much she could do.
Yeah, Dare is an immovable object down
Reese
there.
Womack almost had another one there from deep.
This is from beyond the stripe for the first time. The rebound to Abel. Here's a three for Highland. That's off the mark, and the rebound grabbed by Powell. And Dare got away with the foul, and now pass is short and taken away by Addie Abel. Taken back by Louisiana. Goes to the floor. Diving on it. You can dive on top of a player, apparently, and get a tie-up. Jump ball called, and fresh troops coming in for the Lady Dogs.
Looks like
Brylan Stewart.
Depresha Chapman. And Jordan Pedersen.
There you go. Here's a three from the far corner. It's short, and the rebound is grabbed by Womack. Womack ahead for Pedersen. Trying to hit a streaking Chapman to the hoop. Goes off her hands and out of bounds. 4:18 to go, 9-6 Highland here in the opening quarter. Up the floor with it is Addie Abel. Abel to the near side. Skip pass back up top over to the far side now for Bringer, and she traveled. Ansley Bringer travels, gives it back to the Lady Dogs with 4:08 to go in the quarter.
Something they're needing after having a couple of turnovers there back to back.
Pedersen across the line. Stops, gives it back to Womack. Now to Pedersen again.
Looks like she's looking for the play from Coach Brandstetter.
Here's Chapman with it, and she walks out of bounds, but they're going to call a push against Highland.
Bringing the ball in is going to be Pedersen.
First foul against the Cougars. 3:53 to go in the quarter. Here's Chapman with it in the near corner. She'll dribble out. Gave up her dribble, now gives the ball up to Womack. Over to the far side. Ty Campbell going to try the tray. That one is just off the mark, and the rebound is grabbed by Abel. She works through traffic, works it up to Keith. Her shot off the glass is no good. And the rebound grabbed for Louisiana by Brylan Stewart.
Reese Womack was right where she needed to be, had her hands up, and was in a good defensive position.
Here's a three. That one's short. Pedersen the rebound. She's blocked. And the ball taken away by Allie Reed. Up for Abel. Addie Abel works it down low. That shot blocked by Ty Campbell, and Chapman comes away with the loose ball to Womack. Through the hands of Campbell, but backed up nicely by Pedersen. Far side, Campbell skips it back up top for Deprecia. Chapman to the hoop, off the glass, too hard. Rebound taken away, and we're going to have a foul.
Brylan Stewart was on the ground.
And it's against Stewart, which is interesting because she actually had the ball.
She did.
Never really came off her hand.
And she had the unfortunate part of falling down. It's never fun.
Abel across the line with it. Addie Abel to the near side for Ansley Bringer. Bringer back to Abel. Out of the corner with it. They work it down to the low blocks. Back to the far side. That shot is long. Chapman the rebound off the miss by Addie Abel.
Louisiana has been playing great defense down low, making it hard for Highland to make the shot.
Pedersen runs into traffic. Works it down to Stewart. She readjusts, puts it off the glass and in.
First points of the day for Brylan Stewart.
And the first points in a while for Louisiana. They trail by 1. 2:15 to go, 9-8 our score. They work it wide open down low, off the glass and good for Allie Reed. That was too easy. Makes it 11-8 with 2:05 to go. Pedersen almost in the backcourt, had her pass tipped. Now gets it to Powell to the near side.
Jalea Reese being double teamed there.
And the ball is stolen away. Abby Lay. Now they work it across, and wide open again is Reed for another 2 points to make it 13-8. Biggest lead of the night for Highland at 5. That was our margin of victory last week. Far side with it. Here's Chapman for three. It's short. Didn't follow her shot, and the rebound taken away, and it's a 3-on-0 to the hoop. Off the glass, and good for Abel. She's got 5 points and a timeout taken by the Lady Dogs. They trail Highland 15-8 with 1:27 to go in the first on Eagle 102.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Minute 27 to go here from the opening round of the Monroe City Tournament. Louisiana trailing Highland 15-8 here in the opening quarter, and the ball taken away again by Highland. Goes to the floor, never giving up on it, was Emily Powell.
Be a jump ball. And Louisiana will get the ball back.
on the alternating arrow, and Reese Womack will inbound. Powell with it, off that inbound in the backcourt. Here's Campbell to Womack. Now for Jalea Reese. Back to Womack. Has trouble getting the pass, and it's taken away by Chevy Sharp.
I believe that is the 4th turnover for Louisiana.
To the near side, long 2 off the mark for Bringer. That's the other Bringer, Rachel, but the putback is good and extends that Highland lead further.
17-8 with 44 seconds to go.
Far side, here's Campbell for 3. That one's a little bit short. Rebound tapped around, and we're going to have a foul on Reagan Bowser, her second. 36.5 seconds to go. And a 9-point lead for the Cougars. Up the floor with it is Ansley Bringer. Bringer to the near side for Rachel Bringer. Now they work it down low across the lane. That shot too high off the glass, and the rebound pulled down by Louisiana's Emily Powell. Down to 18 seconds. Powell to Womack, and she traveled.
Just trying to find her way through Highland as they were double teaming her up top, and she took a step, and unfortunately just another turnover.
Yeah, moved the feet with that ball fake, and back in the ball game comes Brylan Stewart. She replaces Reagan Bowser after she picked up her second foul. Down to 13 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Over to the far side with it is Sharp. Skip pass from Bringer to Bringer. Here's Ansley through the lane, shot no good, and the rebound knocked out of bounds by Jalea Reese. 1.4 seconds to go. Highland will keep possession, and Allie Gale will inbound. She wears number 33, gets it to the near side, and they run out of time. No shot. It was short anyway for Ansley Bringer after the buzzer sounds. It's Highland 17, Louisiana 8 after the opening 8 minutes. Back with the second quarter after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Center Locker Service.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
After one quarter, it's Highland over Louisiana, 17-8. Louisiana just getting outworked a little bit. They need a little more zip on their passes and just a little more urgency out there as Highland's really amped up the pressure defensively.
Yes, Louisiana needs to drive the ball down low, get closer to the basket, and put up 2 points.
That shot off the mark on the first possession of the second quarter, tracked down by Sharp for Highland. Tried to lob it into the middle. It's taken away by the Lady Dogs. Back the other way. Jalea Reese can't get that one to fall. Womack the rebound. She turns around, shoots. She's short again. Got her own rebound again. Trying to find her way to the basket. Gets it back to Powell. Powell going to drive the lane into traffic, and a blocking foul going to be called on Abby Lay. Her first, just the team's second. And she took a pretty good shot from Powell there.
She did. She was trying to make her way to the basket, and fortunately she got a knee to the face.
Here's Womack back to Reese. Reese to the free throw line, and we're going to have another foul against Highland, and it's on Rachel Bringer.
So 2 fouls in a row for Highland.
7:20 to go in the first half. Powell to inbound again. Gets it near side for Jalea. Reese goes to her dribble, center of the lane, gets it down, and a travel going to be called on Brylan Stewart as she tried to readjust to make that shot.
Moved her feet, and had the ball in her hands. We have a travel, and ball's going the other way. Another turnover.
We've seen it twice now. She just has a little trouble grabbing that pass from the knee down.
Mm-hmm. Not bouncing high enough.
They work it down low. That shot, no good, but a foul's going to send Abby Lay to the line.
It's on Brylan Stewart, I believe.
Going to be a 2-shot foul. Be Stewart's second, so she's got 2 and Bowser's got 2. And Lay to the line, and she hits misses the first.
Air ball.
Yep.
She knew it, too. She put her head down straight after.
Oops.
Looks like that is Ansley Bringer coming back into the game for Highland.
Second shot even worse than the first.
2 air balls.
That was a 1.5 feet short of the basket.
She was a little wide the first time. And short.
So she checks out. Gets to think about those 2 free throws for a while. The ball taken away by Highland again. You see what I'm saying? Just too much air onto these passes.
Yes.
And off a miss, Dallas Dare is fouled. She'll head to the free throw line where she's 2 for 2.
And Highland is so quick after that, too. They'll tip the ball off, and somebody will be down there picking it up, and Louisiana really can't catch up to even defend the shot.
That's a third on Brylan Stewart already, and she'll come out of the ball game. So you're losing about a foot of height here as Chapman comes back in. Missed the first. And the second one is no good as well. And
Deprecia Chapman gets the rebound.
yeah, you lost that foot of height, but she did a good job boxing out and got the board. Has it up high, over to the far side. Now for Ty Campbell. Campbell to Chapman. Chapman going to try and take it to the hoop. No, but a foul's going to send her to the line. I think that's going to be on it. Abel.
Yes.
So Louisiana, the results haven't shown on the scoreboard yet, but I think they've made a few adjustments here in the second quarter already. 6:32 to go in the first half.
Chapman will get 2.
First one's offline. These are the first free throw shots for the Lady Dogs. Second shot for Chapman is good.
So 1 for 2. Brings the score 17-9 with 6:29 left to go in the first half.
Bringer to the far side, has it back now on the near point. Skip pass down low. Man, that seam has just been open, and a nice finish that time by Sharp. Her first 2 points of the night. Makes it 19-9. A 10-point lead is the biggest of the night for the Cougars. There's a pass with some zip on it over to the far side. Here's Chapman for 3. That's offline. Rebound. Bulldogs fight for it. Got it. Another putback by Womack. No good. And the rebound this time grabbed by Allie Reed. Long pass ahead and off the fingertips and out of bounds. Back to Louisiana as Sharp couldn't bring it in.
Good defense by Jalea Reese, who was able to get down the court and block that pass that came down.
Under 6 minutes to go in the half. Powell gave up her dribble. Now has to give the ball to Reese on the near point. Jalea to Ty Campbell. Skip pass again for Jalea. Trying to work a seam down low. It was closed up by Morgan Keith. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Louisiana. Trailing by 10.
Bringing the ball in is Emily Powell for the Bulldogs.
Powell to the far side for Campbell. Ty, center of the lane, gives it up, and they're going to call travel.
Got tripped up over Morgan Keith, it looked like, and traveled with the ball.
Oop, she was inbounds when she passed that ball.
They weren't paying enough attention.
They called it the last game, same crew. There's a travel too. There's a couple missed calls, and you can't catch them all. But it is a three-person crew. Here's Bringer for 3, and that one's good. Ansley Bringer with a tray. She's got 5 points now.
Now 22-9 with 5:13 to play.
Through to the far side for Campbell. She'll try the 3 again. Offline. Jalea's putback is too hard. How about Chapman? No. And this time the rebound grabbed by Dallas Dare.
Struggling to finish those shots and missing down low.
Ainsley Bringer to the near side for Reed. Reed's three is offline. Crashing in for the rebound, and we're going to have a tie-up.
Jump ball. They'll send it back to Louisiana.
Sharp got the rebound, but was immediately tied up by Deprecia Chapman. 4:46 to go. 22-9. Highland leading here in the second quarter. Lady Dogs need a little burst here. There's Powell pushed down. And a foul whistled against Highland with 4:34 to go. Still on the floor, just the fourth team foul against the Cougars, and the first foul on Ainsley Bringer. Powell to inbound, and it's almost taken away and tied up. Going to go back to Highland.
Some of those passes headed Ty Campbell's way has just been a little bit over her head today. She's had to do a little bit of jumping, and unfortunately that makes it easy on defenders. When that ball's coming down and it's loose, you're able to make that grab.
Powell out, Pedersen back in for Louisiana. 4:27 to go, 22-9 Highland. They work it down low. All alone is Dare. She can't hit from 3 foot out, and on the putback, a foul will send Sharp back to the line for the first time.
It's a foul on Jordan Pedersen, and it is her first of the day.
8th team foul. And the first shot is good for Sharp. Makes it 23-9. Into the ball game is Abby Lay. She replaces Morgan Keith. That's on the Highland side. And the second shot is short, and the rebound grab this time by Reese Womack. Reese, little stutter step, passes back up to Pedersen. Through Jalea Reese, back to Pedersen, near side. Open for that three is Womack. Little side spin on that one. Too long. Louisiana gets the board. Here's Jalea Reese. Reese tried to work it to the baseline, and now it's in the backcourt and grabbed by Pedersen. Far side for Ty Campbell. Now it's stolen away again. Tried to return it to Pedersen. Here's Bringer, good, and a foul.
That'll be Pedersen's second. Back-to-back fouls by Jordan Pedersen, making that the team's 9th foul.
And Bringer to the line for the and one. And the shot is good. 26-9 Highland. This is not going according to plan for Louisiana. Started off pretty tight. Here's a three from Campbell. No good. Tie up on the rebound. It'll stay with Louisiana. 3:42 to go. And Louisiana's just given up on anything inside. They're just going three ball, and they haven't been falling.
They've got to work down low, get closer to the basket, and the times that they have gotten close to the basket, they haven't been able to finish their shot.
Campbell off balance, can't hit that runner. Rebound grab by Sharp, gets it off to Ainsley Bringer. Bringer met with resistance, goes to the near corner. Center of the lane, taken away. Pedersen, nice play.
She's right where she needed to be.
Womack now to Jalea Reese. Reese didn't know where she was. Readjusted, shot was offline. Here's Reed, gives up her dribble, gives it off to Ainsley Bringer. Bringer works it down low, shot goes over everything, a miss for Lay. Now taken away by Highland, and that hook shot falls. Sharp with two more, and Highland just piling on here, up 28-9. Down to 2:50 to go in the first half. Here's a long three, and that one is offline.
Fighting for it is Deprecia Chapman.
And we're going to have another tie-up. Highland will get the ball this time with 2:44 to go.
That ball kind of ran down her legs whenever it fell, and so rolled down on the floor, and she had to fight for it to even try to keep it.
28-9, back in for Louisiana is Bowser. And Reagan will meet Bringer out high. Watch those hands as that one's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Highland on a nice defensive play by Ty Campbell. And she'll set up shop right in front of Ellie Gale. Bounce pass. Gets it to Rachel Bringer. Bringer gives it to Ainsley Bringer. Pass rejected. Bowser picks it up, and she's fouled.
Good defensive effort there by Bowser as she was able to come back in for a little while in this first half as she had gotten into some foul trouble, but able to come in and have a big defensive play.
Lady Dogs need points in a bad way. Been held to 1 here in the second quarter. We're down to 2:20 to go. Chapman loses it out of bounds. Back to Highland with 2:18 on the clock. And back in the ball game comes Emily Powell.
Louisiana really just trying to make some room and trying to get that ball down low, but Highland's been defending so well, and then whenever you do get that ball down low, they're making it hard to catch.
Womack also back in. Bring her across the line. Ainsley all the way to the hoop and in. They just let her move.
She has
down to 2:05. 30-9, Cougars lead. Get it down to Bowser. Bowser off the glass and in. That breaks a long string from the field for Louisiana, going scoreless.
First points of the day for Bowser. She's an asset to the team whenever she can play out there and beat.
Oh, my goodness. Step out 3 for Bringer. She nails it and extends the lead to 22 points. 33-11, minute 31 to go, and now a steal in the corner, but out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say
out on Louisiana.
Even though Sharp was
the one who went
swiping
after
it. Yeah.
Threw it back in.
They reversed the call, yep.
Okay.
The official on the baseline got it right. And that's what you have to do. When you have 3 people, hey, that's not what happened. Reese gets it back. Bowser on the dribble. Now to Womack. Now Pedersen on the near point. Pedersen back to Reese Womack. To the corner for Emily Powell. Powell dribbles out high, gets it back to Pedersen. Down low, here's Bowser. Across the lane, Womack too hard off the glass. Couldn't get it to stick on the iron. And on the rebound, Bowser going to pick up her third. Reckless abandon. She flies in with. Minute 7 to go.
That is 2 players from Louisiana that already have 3 fouls apiece. So Brylan Stewart and Reagan Bowser. So they're going to have to be really, really careful in that second half as we just have a minute and 7 seconds left to play in the first.
Stewart back in for Bowser, who's not happy. And again, missing everything on the free throw is Abby Lay. And she just has not got that measured up yet. 3 air balls on 3 opportunities from the free throw line. Here's Powell. Therese Womack out high, down to 56 seconds to go. Womack gives it away. Sharp tracks it down in the corner and takes it across the line for Highland. Near side, here's a 3 ball. That one's offline for Bringer. And the rebound grabbed by Powell for Louisiana. Powell in transition. Pedersen, nice pass to Stewart, who scores. That was some flying defense there from Lay. But Stewart gets the bucket. She's got 4 points. It's 33-13 with 22 seconds to go. Off the dribble, that shot's good. Man, Bringer is hitting from all angles here in the second quarter. 35-13, down to 14 seconds to go, and we're going to have a offensive foul called on Emily Powell. She extended out that arm,
yeah. She flopped down, and that'll go on Emily Powell, and that will be her first of the day.
And you called the first flop of the season.
Go me.
It wasn't quite LeBron-esque,
no.
But
she just fell over.
Yep, down to 1 second. 3 ball is short for Bringer at the horn. And Louisiana's going to the locker room trailing big. 35-13, Highland ahead here in the opening round of the Monroe City Tournament on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Newmeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354. Or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat Debit Card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat Debit Card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books here in the opening round of the Monroe City Tournament. Mark Fronick, Maddie Ingram back here at Monroe City Middle School for opening round action. And this is not the game we had a week and a half ago, Maddie, as Highland is just poured it on Louisiana in the first 2 quarters.
They have. They've really kind of outrun them. They're getting those turnovers, and they're making them count. So whenever they have Louisiana turn the ball over, they're making their shots, and that's really the biggest difference in this game. And Louisiana is not getting that ball down low, and they're not even – they're taking those 3-point shots. They're not taking those 2-pointers, and they're not just trying to get points on the board. They're looking to try to cut the lead with the 3-pointer.
Yeah, 35-13, the Highland lead after 2 quarters, and just not much success when they do get it down low. So I think they're just going for broke with those 3 balls, and it's not on right now. I mean, you had Reese Womack hot early in the first quarter. She had 6 of the 8 points in the first quarter for Louisiana, but you still find yourself down by 9 after the opening 8 minutes, and now 35-13. After 2, so something's got to change. You got to, we said they weren't getting enough zip on their passes, but right now Highland just wants the ball more.
They do.
They're throwing their bodies responsibly around. They're not picking up those ticky-tack fouls like the posts have for Louisiana. You got Bowser with 3 fouls and Stewart with 3 fouls, and it's just not being responsible with your hands and your body. It's getting behind in the play and trying to make up for that.
Yeah, so Highland is really beating them down the court, both sides, and so Louisiana's not able to get their feet set, and they're kind of just trying to make something happen and deflect a shot if they can. And so that's really what's leading to their fouls. It's just messy play from the Louisiana Bulldogs.
Not a lot of energy coming out of the locker room. There is from the crowd, the team kind of hanging their heads a little bit. 5:20 to go before we start the second half. 35-13. Louisiana trails Highland after 2. More of the halftime report after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
2 quarters in the books here at Monroe City. Other action, the Clopton Lady Hawks fell to Canton 59-58. Brian Smith with 20 points. Tinley Spoonster with 17 in the loss. It looks like Cody Bellinger went to the Cubs, and they're already photoshopping Aaron Judge into Giants jerseys, so
we'll see how that one pans out, as New York obviously put an offer in as well. They want to keep him if they can, but I think this postseason really was rough on them.
Well, a lot of big names in motion this offseason. You got the reigning AL Cy Young Award winner going to the National League for the first time at, what is he, 41 years old?
Yeah, he'll be a Met.
Yeah, to be a Met.
With Max Scherzer, his former teammate.
Yeah, I guess that's right, too. But Scherzer should have been a Cardinal a long time ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then you got Judge. He was AL MVP, right?
Yes.
Home run, AL home run leader, I guess.
Yes,
single season. Going to the National League, which isn't as much of a change as it used to be. For pitchers, you don't have to bat anymore, so that probably had something to do with Verlander's decision, and now Judge going.
I mean, both AL and NL, obviously, pitchers don't bat.
Yeah,
they elected that DH, so.
Yeah, and now you're going to have the unbalanced schedule. You're playing everyone. Interleague is kind of not even a thing anymore because everything's going to be interleague.
Still going to play your teams in your division more than you're going to play the other teams, but everyone plays everyone at least once.
Yeah. 35-13 our score here as Louisiana trails Highland after 2 quarters. And I think Louisiana they need something really good to happen to start the second half, something to get their swagger back, get that blood pumping a little bit, because it's been, with this Highland defense, just frustrating possession after possession for the Lady Dogs so far.
Yes, it's been Highland pretty much all game. That first quarter, Louisiana came out pretty hot. They looked really good. They just need to slow things down a little bit, get where they need to be, and make those plays.
35-13 after 2. Back with the second half after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Center Locker Service.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Louisiana turns it over on the first possession of the second half to the bucket. That shot by Bringer's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Louisiana. Got away with a little bit of a travel. Did Jalea Reese, gets it to Reagan Bowser. Bowser in the corner with it. Trapped. Gave up her dribble. Now gets it down low to Ty Campbell. Campbell can't sneak it over the rim. Saves it back into Bowser. Nice play. It's the near side for Jalea Reese. Reese, center of the lane, kicks the ball. Tried to pick it back up, and we're going to have a travel called against Highland. I didn't think that Morgan Keith ever moved.
I don't think so either, but the way that she moved the ball up, I think that the referee was thinking she did move her feet, but she did not.
35-13, 7:18 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Ty Campbell for three. That's too long, and the rebound pulled down by the Cougars. As ahead with it, Reed works it to Dare. That shot no good. Put back Bringer. That's no good. And the rebound this time pulled down by Ty Campbell. Long pass ahead to Bowser. Bowser caught it off the wrong shoulder. Has to set it back up. Here's Womack. She's short with the three ball. And the rebound uncontested to Allie Reed. Highland up the floor with it. Here's Addie Abel. Over to the far side now for Morgan Keith. She'll try a three. That's off the mark. And the rebound pulled down by Jalea Reese. Her pass, boy, that should have been a foul. There was a lot of contact.
There was.
But Bowser picks up the loose ball and gives it back to Womack. Now for Powell. Emily Powell lost the handle on it. Gets it to Bowser. Bowser back for Womack. Womack going to try and drive. She goes off the glass. Went up there with the wrong hand, I think.
Just a little too hard.
Tried a right-hand layup from the left-hand side. And like you said, just a little too hard. Here.
Stolen away by Ty Campbell.
Yep, Campbell back the other way for Louisiana. No, but a foul going to send her to the line. Morgan Keith whistled for the personal.
That is Keith's first foul of the day.
6:11 to go in the third quarter, 35-13. Highland leads Louisiana. Opening round of the Monroe City Tournament. And at the line, Ty Campbell to shoot a pair. Looking for her first point of the night. And that shot is good. Talking about baseball, we didn't give first half scoring. Campbell now with 1 point. Point for Deprecia Chapman, 2 points for Reagan Bowser, 4 for Brylan Stewart, and 6 for Reese Womack on a pair of first quarter three balls. Second shot good as well. Makes it 35-15. So a 20-point deficit for Louisiana. 15 points for Ainsley Bringer. She's the leading scorer for Highland. 6 for Dallas Dare, 5 each for Sharp and Abel, and 4 points for Allie Reed.
Broken up by Reagan Bowser and then to Ty Campbell, so they're bringing it up the court as they were able to strip that ball from Highland.
So to your side, here's Reese Womack, has it taken away by Keith. To the center, that shot off the glass and good for Sharp. She's got 7 points and a timeout taken on the floor. 37-15, Highland leads Louisiana here in the third quarter on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
37-13, Highland leads here in the third quarter. Mark Ruddick, Maddie Ingram. Bulldogs, Lady Dogs need something positive here to happen.
They need to sink a shot here as the free throws have really been kind of the only thing that's anchored them for a little while since that first half when they opened up scoring with a couple three-pointers from Reese Womack And it's been very slow to scoring for the Bulldogs.
Here's Powell on the dribble. Gave it up over to the far side now for Campbell. Campbell goes baseline. Shot off the glass is good. Ty Campbell. Those free throws brought her to life. She's got 4 points now. Back to a 20-point deficit. 5:24 to go here in the third quarter. 37-17. Up for Morgan Keith. Keith for Highland to the near side. For Reed. Allie Reed, skip pass back up top for Ainsley Bringer. Skips it back near side now for Reed. Her three offline, off the support system of the backboard, and back to Louisiana with 5:04 to go in the quarter.
Allie Reed was wide open. That kind of fell in favor of the Bulldogs there as they got away with that one.
Powell, bounce pass for Womack. Back for Emily Powell on the far point. Ty Campbell skips it back to Womack now for Jalea Reese. Reese tried to skip pass of her own. It was tipped by Bringer and then tied up by Powell. The arrow favors Highland with 4:48 to go in the third quarter. 37-13. Highland leads the Lady Dogs.
The Bulldogs have gotten into a little bit of trouble trying to force that pass down low today. A couple of turnovers have come directly from that same pass.
Far side with it. Now they work it into the middle. Dallas Dare, no good. And the rebound comes out to Emily Powell. Powell traveled, double dribbled, whatever you want to call. She did it.
She was picking it up to try to throw it down the court, then realized no one's open. I'm going to continue to dribble. Can't do that one.
I think there was a couple people open, but they had their backs to her.
So Louisiana will bring in Deprecia Chapman, Brylan Stewart, and Jordan Pedersen.
As Powell, Bowser, and Jalea Reese take a breather, and a three ball from the far side goes down. That was sharp. She's got 10 points. 40-17. Womack back for Pedersen. Jordan Pedersen. To Ty Campbell. Skips it back near side for Womack. Womack, little hop through the lane, no good. Stewart got the rebound. Her putback is good. 40-19.
That is the 6th point of the day for Brylan Stewart.
First points of the second half.
She's tied with Reese Womack as leading scorer for the Bulldogs.
Highland content to burn a little clock here. Not trying to force anything. Here's Chevy Sharp. There's Dare off the bottom of the rim, off the head of Reese Womack to the baseline for Bringer, and she puts the putback in. Ainsley Bringer.
42-19 with 3:30 to play in the third quarter. Louisiana trails Highland.
And a blocking foul going to be called on Chevy Sharp as Deprecia Chapman tried to tiptoe by. Knocked her out of bounds, and the foul called, and fresh troops coming in for the Lady Cougars. 4 of the 5 players.
Ellie Gale in, Rachel Bringer, and Abby Lay.
Intercepted by Abby Lay. Work it down low, Highland. To Gale, back up top. Now far side, all the way to the baseline. Feed across the lane, and we're going to have a foul. I think it's going to be on Pedersen.
And it will be.
Yep, her third. And to the line goes Chevy Sharp.
So 3 fouls for Pedersen, Stewart, and for Bowser.
42-19, 3:07 to go. Highland leading Louisiana, and that shot is off the front iron, rims out. No good. If you're watching our live video on KJFMradio.com, the camera might look a little different as she hits the second one to make it 43-19. Have a new member of our crew, a robot cameraman tonight.
We got to find a name for him.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could have a contest to name or bidding for naming rights, one or the other.
That could be really fun.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Steal by Highland. They bring it back up the floor. Skip pass to the far corner. Out of the corner with it is Abel. Her shot a little long, and Brylan Stewart the rebound for the Lady Dogs.
Just throw it out to Pedersen, and Pedersen will bring it up to court to give to Reese.
Womack try to force a pass into the middle, and it's taken away from Stewart. She got away with a little contact afterwards, and Abel can't hit the runner. And out of bounds back to Louisiana with 2:22 to go in the third.
That was off the hand of Rachel Bringer.
Back into the ball game, Emily Powell, Angela Reese, Ty Campbell, and Reese Womack take a breather.
So it's Reese, Stewart, Chapman, Powell, and Pedersen.
Powell through the hands of Jalea Reese out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Lady Cougars with 2:15 to go. Third quarter action here, opening round of the Monroe City Tournament. We'll be back here tomorrow, or down the hall, 8 miles down the hall in the high school gym tomorrow as the Louisiana boys take on Palmyra. That shot off the glass, good, and a foul. Depresha Chapman
broke up the pass from Highland and was able to make the steal. She got the foul, and so she'll have the and one here.
2:01 to go, 43-21. Chance to make it 22 from the line.
Her first points of the second half of the game. She had 1 point in the first half.
So her first shot from the field to go down and has a chance to make it a three-point play, and the shot is good.
Now 4 points on the day for Chapman. Brings our score 43-22 with just less than 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Near side with it is Rachel Bringer. Bringer back up top for Sharp. Sharp to the far point. Work it down to the baseline. That shot is good for Rachel Bringer.
Her first points of the day.
Makes it 45-22 Highland. Jalea Reese through the hands, actually over the outstretched hands of Depresha Chapman.
She jumped as high as she could. Just a little too high in that pass.
They have so much height going through that lane, Highland does, that does make it pretty tough to go cross court through the lane.
Deflected by Brylan Stewart, and it'll be a foul.
On Powell, I believe that'll be her third. Emily Powell.
Getting into a little bit of foul trouble here.
Minute 22 to go in the third quarter. Actually, that's the fourth on Emily Powell. So she's in a lot of foul trouble.
She's a key player for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. Spends a lot of time on the court.
Shot off the inbound is good for three from the corner for Addie Abel. She's got 8 points now, and that makes the lead 48-22 for Highland. Skip it far side, and Depresha lost it out of bounds.
She had to move to get to that ball as Reese was trying to get it out and went over some defenders there and just couldn't get to it was Chapman.
Minute 2 to go in the third quarter. All Highland tonight. Definitely not the game we had a week and a half ago between these two clubs.
Good defense as Womack and Reese are tag teaming.
And a double dribble called on the drive by Chevy Sharp. With 49.3 seconds to go in the quarter. Womack to Jalea Reese. Reese to Reese. One first name, one last name. Jalea is, going to get called for a charge.
That'll be her first foul of the day.
Tried to work between two Lady Cougars, and one of them ended up on her back, and they call a charge. Far side with it is Gale. Takes it across the baseline. That shot from the near side is good for Abel. 2-ball this time. She's got 10 points. 50-22. And Louisiana in danger of facing a running clock and a tie-up. Will keep it with Louisiana with 10.3 to go.
3 Highland defenders trying to get that ball from Jalea Reese.
She's strong, but not that strong. Get it into Brylan Stewart. Stewart back up top, down to 7 seconds. Reese Womack to Jalea Reese. Back to Reese Womack. She'll try the three from the corner. That's long. Rebound picked up by Chapman, but runs out of time. We've played 3 quarters. Louisiana trails by 28, 50-22 as we head to the 4th on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Center Locker Service.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Start of the 4th quarter here from the Monroe City Tournament. Louisiana trailing Highland 50-22. Mark Ruddock, Maddie Ingram back here in the middle school gym at Monroe City, opening round of the 98th Monroe City Invitational.
Highland was able to put 15 points up in the 3rd quarter to extend their lead, the biggest lead they've had today, 28. Right?
Yeah, they just keep
I knew I had an 8 in there. I was doing the mental math.
Piling on here. As the second half goes on, Louisiana in danger of facing the running clock here if Highland can score on this opening possession. Ooh, not sure where the legs went there for Dallas Dare, but she lost the ball to Jalea Reese. Her shot, she was bumped pretty good by Ainsley Bringer. She took that shot, no call. Highland comes away with the loose ball, and a good reach there by Powell. Gets the steal, tries to go coast to coast 1-on-2, and a push going to be called against the Lady Cougars with 7:35 to go in this ball game.
So it'll be Powell bringing it back in for the Bulldogs. 7:35 to go.
Foul was on Rachel Bringer. They say it's her first, but she already had one. Turnover, gives it back to Highland. Leading by 28. No points yet here in the 4th quarter between these two teams. Up high with it is Ainsley Bringer. Bringer to the near side for Allie Reed. Reed, center of the lane. Ball lost, but right to a friend. Morgan Keith picks it up and puts it in. Her first 2 points tonight. And that triggers the running clock. Powell back to Campbell to the near side for Womack. Back to Ty again. Works it to Powell. Powell back to Jalea Reese. Skips it to Ty Campbell. Campbell to the hoop, off the glass, too hard. Dare had the rebound go off her hands. Ty Campbell tracks it down in the corner. She didn't have a dribble, though. Gets it to Womack, goes to the floor, and it's tied up. It's going to stay with Louisiana with 6:41 to go. They didn't give up on that ball.
They did not. It kind of hit off the fingertips of Ty Campbell, and it rolled around quite a bit after that. And Louisiana was able to stay in it, and they still have possession of this ball.
Ty Campbell with it on the inbound to Reese Womack. Now for Jalea Reese, her 3 goes over everything. Powell picks it up on the far side. Emily Powell back to the hoop, and she's fouled. She tried to scoop that through 4 Highland Lady Cougars. One of them made contact. We'll say 1 because they can only call 1 foul. And it's the second on Morgan Keith.
Emily Powell has no points today, so looking to get on the board here.
And the first shot is good. Stops that running clock.
52-23.
And the second shot is good as well. 52-24.
She picks up her first 2 points of the day with free throws.
6:20 to go. In the ball game, Ainsley Bringer to the hoop. She scores. She's got 19.
Ellen said we'll take those right back.
Here's Womack. Back to Powell. To Womack again. To Jalea Reese. And the ball goes off of Dare out of bounds. And 4 fresh coming in for Highland with 5:57 to go. Not sure why the clock's not running. It's a 30-point lead in the 4th. There you go. Now they start it.
Having just a little bit of trouble. They were a little delayed.
Here's Powell to Womack. Now for Jalea Reese. It's Emily Powell again. Campbell between the circles with it. Skip pass to the near side all the way across court to Reese Womack. Womack going to try the baseline. Nope, nothing there. Gives it back to Campbell. Ty out high for Jalea Reese. She has to track down that offline pass. Gets it to Powell.
Louisiana really struggling with the defensive pressure from
Through the
Highland.
hands of Ty Campbell, out of bounds into the Louisiana bench. Down to 5:15 to go. 54-24. Highland with the lead in the ball. Across the line with it are the Lady Cougars. Here's a three. That's a little long for Gale. And coming up with the loose ball that time was Reese Womack. Works down low to Reagan Bowser. She was hit as she shot. Got away with a little swipe.
Yeah, she nearly had her fourth foul there.
And the ball stolen away by Jalea Reese. Trying to go coast to coast, off the glass too hard. Womack's put back, no good, but a foul will send Reese to the line.
She hasn't put any points up since that first quarter where she had 2 threes back-to-back.
Clock running down to 4:25. And the foul is the first on Ellie Gale. Shot short.
Ty Campbell will come out. Deprecia Chapman comes in. And it's Powell that comes out and Pedersen that comes in. And Brylan Stewart and Jalea Reese in the game for the Bulldogs as well.
Down to 4 minutes to go. Clock still running, and at the line is Reese Womack. And the second one too long, and the rebound pulled down by Rachel Bringer for the Cougars. To the near side for Abel. Down to the baseline for Gale now. Gale cut off. Two much taller players there. Pass tipped to the near side. That shot offline. Highland again an offensive rebound. Long rebound picked up by Sharp. Sharp has it again. Fed at the high blocks to the near side. Here's a shot, no good for Bringer. And finally Louisiana comes away with it as Stewart picks up the loose ball.
Good job by Bryland to box out and use her elbows to make some room.
Here's Womack. Gets it back. Jalea to Deprecia Chapman. Now to Bryland Stewart. Knocked away from her out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Bryland.
Looks like it may have hit off the foot of Addie Abel. But they'll say it's Bryland Stewart. 2:51. Highland leads this one 54-24.
Clock continues to run. Here's Gale with it for a three. Ellie Gale, first 3 points of the night. That extends the lead further, 57-24. Here's Chapman pushed from behind by Bringer, Rachel Bringer.
So that is her third foul.
Down to 2:25 to go. And the clock continues to run. They went from having her with one foul too little to now one foul too many. They have her on the board for 4. I think they're, no, not confusing her with Womack because Womack doesn't have any, right?
No.
And into the ball game for the first time is Emerson Bradley for Louisiana. And the shot is good.
She's been good about making her free throws tonight for Louisiana.
She's got 3 points in the half, 4 in the game, or 5 in the game. 3 of the 5 from the line. And the second shot is good as well. 57-26. She might mess around and be the leading scorer just from the free throw line. Little work to be done there. Down to 1:20 to go in the game. 57-25, Highland leads. Ball goes to the floor, and it's tied up by Deprecia.
She is scrappy. She's the one that you're going to find on a jump ball pretty often.
Yeah. Down to 1:05 to play. Highland had the arrow, so they keep the ball. Near side, here's a long 2 over everything. Turns into a pass back door. And a finish for Abby Lay. Her first points of the ball game. 59-26. Chapman to the far side for Jalea Reese. Reese had her pass for Bradley knocked out of bounds. Stays with Louisiana, down to 36 seconds to go in this game. Pedersen not going to inbound it. No. Yeah, she will. Hits it to Deprecia, down to 27 seconds to go. She got away with a little bit of a foot drag there. Bradley back up top for Deprecia, free throw line, and almost tied up. Here's Pedersen for three, a little long on that one, and the rebound grabbed by Abel. Now it goes to the floor, still loose, picked up by the Lady Dogs, and a timeout taken by Coach Brandstetter, and he immediately regretted that. 9.1 seconds to go, 59-25, back with the finish after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Pedersen gets it to Stewart. Her shot no good. The rebound off the head, then down the back of Deprecia Chapman, out of bounds, and that will do it. Final on this one, Highland 59, Louisiana 26. Lady Dogs into the consolation side of the bracket, and Highland, the 3 seed, holds serve and moves on into the championship semifinals. 59-26 our final. Back with the postgame after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Tennessee Streets in Louisiana.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy, conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
Let Rick Rodhouse, your country financial agent in Pleasant Hill, and his team help you prepare for your future. From now until December 15th, contact Rick for a life, auto, commercial, or farm and crop insurance quote, and be entered in for a chance to win a $250 gift card. No purchase necessary. Stop by 103 South Main in Pleasant Hill for your insurance quote, or visit his Facebook page, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency. Happy holidays from Rick Rodhouse and staff.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
59-26, Highland over Louisiana here in the opening round of the Monroe City Tournament. Louisiana boys will be back in action tomorrow in the championship semis against Palmyra. That'll be in the high school gym, and you said that was the early game tomorrow?
It is the 7:30 game.
It's the 7:30 game?
I believe so. Let me make sure. Nope, it's at 6.
That's what I thought. I thought you said it was the early game.
I know, but my brain doesn't work the
right
right way.
5:45 pregame tomorrow here from the Monroe City Tournament as Louisiana plays in the championship semis. 59-25 our final, Highland over Louisiana, and the Lady Cougars, I got to say, a little chip on their shoulder after Louisiana played them within 5 a week and a half ago.
Yeah, and so Louisiana, they really did not have command of the basketball tonight. They were pretty sloppy whenever it came to turnovers, and so Highland took advantage of that. They were outrunning the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs, and so they took advantage of those turnovers, and that really is a big difference in today's game as they defeated Louisiana by 33 points.
Yeah, running clock for most of the fourth quarter, and it was just Highland outworking Louisiana on both ends of the floor. There wasn't an easy pass for Louisiana. When they did get some penetration and get it down low, they were not hitting these the shots within 5 feet of the basket, and then pretty quickly that three ball dried up. Reese Womack hit her first 2 shots from beyond the arc, her first 2 shots of the game from beyond the arc, and after that, nothing from beyond 3. Louisiana didn't hit another 3 ball for the final 3+ quarters. So
no, and that's really kind of what they resorted to, as you mentioned, and they were really struggling down low, so they tried to go to the perimeter, and it really didn't work out for them, and they struggled today against Highland.
Yeah, 59-26 our final. We'll check our final scoring numbers and wrap things up from Monroe City after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Center Locker Service.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Ackles Farm Market in New Hartford, Illinois is packed with all the goodies that make fall special. Right now at Ackles, you'll find homegrown apples, gourds, squash, and pumpkins, and every other type of fruit or vegetable required to finish off the perfect meal, or just for snacking. Ackles is home for bulk chocolate candy and Amish baked goods, Pike County honey, Wisconsin cheeses, smoked meats, country eggs, and Bob's Red Mill products. Open every day from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. Ackles Farm Market, Highway 54 in downtown New Hartford, Illinois.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved ones the independence they want and the services they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio and designated areas to visit your loved ones safely, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need care from a hospital stay or surgery, Lynn's Heritage House has rooms ready. Call to set up a tour and visit soon, 754-4020, or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
Center Locker Service has served thousands of satisfied customers throughout Missouri and surrounding states for over 60 years, specializing in custom beef, pork, and deer processing. Center Locker Service invites you to fill up your freezer this year with delicious meat products. Invest in quality meats like steaks, chops, bacon, hams, ribs, sausage, roast, and more. Fast, friendly service is always featured too at Center Locker Service, 107 South Public in Center. Stop in or phone soon toll free, 1-800-884-0737, or visit us at centerlocker.com.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Final in this one, 59-26. Louisiana falls to Highland in the opening round of this Monroe City Tournament, and we spoke... we misspoke earlier.
We misspoke a little bit earlier. So the Louisiana boys will be playing at 7:30 tomorrow night in the high school gym. They will take on Palmyra, the 2 seed, and that is the championship side of the bracket. Mark Twain moved on to the consolation side of the bracket as they fell to Louisiana last night, and then the Louisiana girls will be playing on Thursday at 6 o'clock in the middle school gym as they fall to the consolation side of the bracket after their loss today.
So Louisiana Palmyra 7:15 pregame tomorrow, and that is the 2-3 matchup. And then here in the middle school gym, it'll be Mark Twain and Paris in that 6-7 matchup in the consolation semi. So that's what's going on. We'll have the Louisiana Palmyra game, and last year that was a pretty lopsided win for the Louisiana Bulldogs in the semifinal. So we'll see if they can do that again here in 2022
yes.
in the semifinals of this tournament. Although, it looks like Palmyra getting a little more respect this year. It's the 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana drops down to that 3, so we'll see what happens.
And Louisiana is also missing Donovan Richards, which is a pretty big key in their scoring and how they work defensively as well. Richards is a big part of their team, and so they've been working without him. Let's see how they do tomorrow.
All right, final scoring numbers for this ball game for Highland. They win it by a score of 59-26. They had 19 points from Ansley Bringer, 10 points for Addie Abel, and Chevy Sharp had 11 points coming off the bench in this one. So a good night for her. Also scoring for Highland, Dallas Dare had 6 points, 4-point night for Allie Reed, 3 points for Ellie Gale, and then down the line it's 2 points for Keith, 2 points for Rachel Bringer, and 2 points for Abby Lay to get to 59. For Louisiana, as they score only 26 as a team tonight, they had 3 players with 6 points each. Depresha Chapman was 4 of 5 from the free throw line, ends up with 6 points. 6 points for Brylan Stewart, who spent most of the game in foul trouble, and 6 points for Reese Womack. Those 2 3-balls on her first 2 shots of the night. Ty Campbell with 4 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and then 2 points each for Reagan Bowser and Emily Powell in this contest. Powell held off the score sheet from the field, just 2 for 2 shooting free throws in this ball game, as Louisiana was pretty good. They missed 1 free throw in 2 opportunities in the first half, and missed 2 in the 9 opportunities they had in the second half. So pretty good free throw shooting night for Louisiana.
Yes, and so those little points do count, especially when those games are closer. So Louisiana struggled tonight, had quite a few turnovers, which is something that they're going to have to limit the next time they play. And they couldn't get the ball to go in the hoop. They were struggling down low. So we'll see what Louisiana brings whenever they play on Thursday night.
Struggling down low, struggling from outside the arc. If you can't hit from inside or outside, you're going to have a long night, and
yes.
That's why we have a 59-26 final in this one. So we'll be back at Monroe City, back in the high school gym tomorrow, 7:15 pregame, 7:30 tip-off between the Louisiana boys and Palmyra, and that'll wrap things up here for night number 2 of this Monroe City tournament as Louisiana falls to Highland 59-26. For Maddie, Mark, saying we'll see you tomorrow for more basketball here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. From the